My name is Bob Martin, and I am the showrunner, which means I, well, run the show. I was there when the actors were hired to help choose them, helped us sort of formulate what this project was going to be, brought everybody together, and I kind of supervised the writing process in the room.
At first, I was very intimidated by Bob Martin, you know, because he has a Tony. And we Googled his name, and he's also done 3 TV shows. So it's intimidating, you know?
Bob Martin, one of the tallest writers that I've ever met. He definitely commands respect in the room.
And I know I'm repeating myself, but building a sketch is a delicate process. In many ways, it's a balancing act. We have to keep an eye on all elements, and you know, they have to be placed just so. We're all fans of the absurd, but if you don't build a solid base of reality, you run the danger of the whole thing collapsing. But if we do our jobs right, in the end, we can end up with something really, really sweet. Steve, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. Candy Tower.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well done.
Bob Martin is this guy, right? And he looks like this, statue of Winston Churchill, you know, only slimmer. You think he's stern, but then you'll say something and he'll have this Cheshire cat grin, and it seeps up his ears. He looks like a little baby, you know, little baby Winston Skinny Churchill.
He's the kind of man that you want to work with in your career, so you don't want to bung it up when you meet him. But then we just started verbally abusing him and putting him down and mocking him, and it just became really easy to be around him all of a sudden.
Bob Martin has a great poker face, because when you're pitching the worst idea, he won't let you know it till after you've finished, which is helpful for your morale.
Bob Martin is someone who there's a lot of respect for, very talented, very sweet man, but he's so fun to make fun of that I feel like I'm constantly crossing a line with calling him, you know, old-timey, weak. He looks like my grandmother. These are things that I feel I can say, and then I go home and think, ooh, your future, you know?
Bob Martin is our showrunner. Very inspirational, not just for the work that he's done, but to be someone at that age who feels comfortable wearing a hoodie is very inspiring to me personally.
Yeah, in this type of a situation, there's going to be conflict because people are sort of competing with each other for slots. So it's my job to diffuse any tension as best I can. All right. Who drew all the dicks on the whiteboard? This is fun here, we have fun, but it's a workplace, and I'd like to know who covered the whiteboard in dicks. The whiteboard is covered in dicks. Who did it? Who did it?
I drew those dicks, Bob.
Steve. No. I drew the dicks on the whiteboard, Bob.
Nah, I drew those dicks on that whiteboard, Bob.
I drew the dicks on the whiteboard, Bob.
No, I drew the dicks on the whiteboard, Bob.
I drew the dicks on the whiteboard, Bob.
We stand together, Bob. We stand as a team.